Hi everyone. So how does knowing Chicano Studies allow me to better contribute to society? Knowing Chicano Studies allows me to better contribute to society since it teaches me the historical and cultural experiences that Chicanos went through, which I can apply to my life as a Chicana. I can inform other people about these events and show other Chicanos to value themselves and to show other Chicanos that they have a voice and to not be afraid to express it, whether it's in politics or in school. Two major events that I learned from this course were the U.S. Civil Rights Movement, where people fought for equal rights and wanted to end racial discrimination. They wanted to change segregation laws and to change the laws about the access that people had to public facilities, like using a water fountain or a restroom. They also fought for their rights to vote and to get fair treatment in jobs and education. Another major event that I learned from this course was the Chicano movement, where we learned about how Chicanos fought for better education, fair labor practices, and political representation. They wanted to end discrimination against Mexican Americans, and they were able to achieve labor rights, especially for farm workers, and got better working conditions and wages. They also protested for better education for Chicano students, which is why now we have Chicano Studies. New information that I learned about the Chicano community is their struggles for civil rights and cultural recognition, as well as social justice, as well as their important roles to American society in areas such as labor, education, and politics. The outcomes of this new knowledge are that I am now aware of the hard efforts that Chicanos made in order to have the rights that we now have, which can inspire us to, as Chicanos, to advocate for social justice and our rights as well. Knowing Chicano Studies enables you to work to build a just and equitable society by helping us learn about how others were treated in both the workforce and in schools, which leads you to understand what is just and what is not. The lessons learned from Chicano Studies were the importance of embracing your heritage, the power of having social and political movements, and the need for social justice, which can inspire us to take action in our communities as well as express the changes that we want. So a challenge that my mother faced as a child during the 90s was that she was raised in a predominantly white neighborhood, and whenever she would go to school, she would be scared because she had a teacher who would often pick on her. A lot of the times she didn't really want to speak in front of the class because of her accent. A lot of the students would pick on her because of the way that she spoke. And as an adult, she thinks back and feels that she should have never been treated that way, and the teacher should have put a stop to it, but she never did. This made me feel enraged because a child should never feel embarrassed because of the way that they speak or because they were not raised to speak the same language as the other students. It also made me feel sad because my mom never got justice and the teacher still kept teaching after that, so it makes me think about all the other students who were also put in a similar situation with that same teacher.